I'm sure you've looked at a woman trying to flirt with her, but when she noticed you were looking, you didn't exactly know how to act. Don't worry, in this video you'll learn about the common mistakes you make when staring at a woman, what not to do, and what to do. I'm sure you've been in a somewhat awkward situation of exchanging glances with a woman. You looked at her, she looked back, but then she quickly looked away. You didn't know the meaning of that or what to do, and nowadays, some men often say, don't look at women at all, or they will interpret it wrong. But the truth is, you'll only be at risk of having your gaze misunderstood if you do it the wrong way or in the wrong environment. So pay attention now to the ways of looking at a woman that you definitely should not do. The first is looking at the woman's body. The flirting zone when you want to get to know a woman or are already getting to know her is from the neck up. If you want to positively attract a woman's attention, and here I'm talking about positively attracting the attention of a potentially valuable woman, someone you might want a relationship with, you should look at this woman from the neck up, meaning the eyes or the mouth, because the area between the eyes and mouth is not distinguishable well if you're a bit distant from her. So avoid looking at the body. You might overlook a woman you find beautifully shaped. If you want to positively grab attention and avoid getting into trouble, another wrong way of looking that you should not do is staring obsessively. Having anyone's gaze fixed on you obsessively is disturbing. Imagine you enter a subway and there's someone who can't stop staring at you. You look to the side, check your phone, and when you notice, they're still staring. It's a bit scary and you don't know exactly what that means. In today's world, someone staring obsessively at women can represent a danger. Women are genuinely afraid of becoming victims of something more serious, so avoid having your gaze follow a woman regardless of who she is, no matter how beautiful you find her or how much you think she's showing signs of interest. But how to get the gaze right? Understand this, all women, whether interested or not, and to not say all, let's say most of them will notice when a man is looking at them and will avert their gaze. It's a nearly automatic behavior to notice that a man is looking and to avert the gaze. Sustaining eye contact is an extremely rare attitude reserved for very confident women with experience in flirting, which are rare. Now, pay attention to this detail. There are two ways a woman can avert her gaze when you look at her. The first way is for her to realize that you looked, meaning she looks at you and averts her gaze to the side. The sideward gaze tends to be an avoidant posture, a posture of a woman who is not interested. On the other hand, averting the gaze downward tends to be an involuntary gesture resulting from an increase in adrenaline in her body having become embarrassed. So she lowers her eyes. Of course, this woman may also look down because she's extremely embarrassed and doesn't know what to do. But most of the time, looking down indicates shame with interest, and looking to the side indicates disinterest, not wanting to engage with the person in front of her. Knowing this, but knowing that this is not the only indicator of a woman's interest, she may also have her feet pointed towards you. It's one of the signs that make up the scale of interest, adjusting her clothes, fixing her hair after she sees that you were looking at her. All these are observable signs. The fact is, if you look at a woman you're in the same environment and you notice that she looks back at you frequently, looks down and looks again, the best way to know if that look is genuinely curious about you is to talk to her. Talking to the woman doesn't mean you go and say, "Wow, I found you very beautiful, I was looking at you." Nowadays, the best way to approach a woman is to start a conversation indirectly, talking about something you observed in the environment you're in, something about her that's easy to make an observation about. This is a way that establishes a lot of comfort for women, and the best way for you to know if that look is indeed a look of curiosity is by talking to the woman. Don't wait too long to talk to the woman, otherwise she might think you're obsessed with her, and it gets weird because, for women, they also don't understand what's happening. Why does he look at me so much and doesn't come talk to me? At the same time, women don't know how to give clear and totally explicit signs of interest like the ones you see in the movies, where a woman looks, gives a little smile, and validation. This is extremely rare. I even have a video about what to do when a woman looks at you. I highly recommend you watch this video to understand how much of a waste of energy and time it is just to stare at a woman. So you found a beautiful and interesting woman, don't keep staring at her body. Look at her face and don't spend hours or days staring obsessively at this woman without doing anything. If she's apparently single and you find her interesting, it's better to look for a short period, observe if this woman looks at you and averts her gaze 2 or 3 times, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that. The important thing is to talk to this woman as soon as possible, start a simple conversation, talk about the environment because that's when you'll see the reciprocal opening, see if there are other signs that a woman gives when she's open through a conversation. See if these signs exist so you don't waste your precious time. Besides, this attitude demonstrates masculine energy. If you liked this video, leave your like here and also click on the subscribe button. A big hug, and until the next video, goodbye.